First off, I want to give all praises and glory to the Most High Yahweh, who this world calls God ignorantly, in the name of YAHAWASHI, who this world calls Jesus ignorantly, in the Holy Spirit. In Paleo Hebrew, it's called Halal Yahweh Bahashem, YAHAWASHI Bahashem, Rahach Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS who taught me this truth. Salutations to all the brothers out there that's teaching this word in truth and sincerity, and peace, blessings, and healings on to the elect and the multitude, because that's why we do these videos. And today, man, I want to talk about, two things. But firstly, I want to talk about Chase Bank refuses to accept cash and then threatens to call the police on an upset customer. And this video is 1 minute and 36 seconds. I'm going to play this in a minute. But at the end of this lesson, I want to play this video right here. This soldier, he crying and shit because America is not helping him. And this is why America is going to have a draft, man. Point blank period. So, I'll get that at the end of this lesson. But let's play these videos and then get the scriptures.
Customer service when somebody lives 130 miles away.
Well, we can take you their cashier's check.
I know. I tell you, when I walk out of this damn bank, I'm going to get on Twitter. I'm going to blast the hell out of JP Morgan for not taking cash at a bank. That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Do I feel that way? That's crazy. It's crazy. Somebody walks in, the customer gets cash, and you won't take it. And you won't make an exception.
I'm going to leave the building, or I will call the police.
Lady, I don't care who the you call. This is ridiculous not to take cash.
It is Chase. It's not me personally. I appreciate you not yelling at me like that.
Yeah, but you have the ability to do customer service. Why can you not take a $50 bill?
I can just tell it to you. Okay,
lose me like 100 or 200.
So it does have to be checked.
I asked to print it, but I don't know why I didn't.
So if my mom walks up with a $50 bill, you're not going to take the cash from her?
If it's her credit card, then you happily would take the payment for her. If you were a signer on that account, we would happily make that payment for you.
Okay, well, I've never heard. I'm still going to get on social media and blast JP Morgan Chase for this. Oh, I am. Trust me, I am. And as you know, social media gets a whole lot of attention. So I'm not going to call Chase and complain. I'm going to blast him on social media.
Either way, whatever you want to do is fine. I agree with you, actually.
My mom is 78. She lives 130 miles from here, and they won't take a cash payment on a credit card?
It's not their fault.
How do you think I feel? Okay. Go tell me to get a money order? That's great. It's not customer service. Not at all.
You want
The balance.
This is going to become the norm, man, because they want to make everything digital. And so they're gradually, making people do this. Okay. But at the same time, all these banks are going bankrupt. Okay. So this is going to usher in this new system. So let's play this video. It's 3 minutes long. This dude breaks it down beautifully. And then I'm going to get some scriptures after this.
Central banks around the world are going broke. The honest ones are coming in for bailouts. The dishonest ones, like the Federal Reserve, are hiding the losses. A few days ago, the Financial Times reported that the Swedish central bank, the world's oldest, lost 80 billion Swedish krona last year, which is about 7.2 billion US dollars. That is a lot considering that Sweden is smaller than Ohio. So it would be about 260 billion in US terms. That's the central bank losing that in 1 year. And note that is on top of Sweden's government budget deficit. This is just the central bank. As a result of the loss, Sweden's central bank went into negative equity, so they are bankrupt. They had to come to Parliament to ask for more money, joining the Bank of England in the bailout walk of shame. As my colleague EJ Antoni has observed, it is pretty amazing that central banks are going bankrupt considering they literally have a money printer. So why are central banks going bust? And the reason is they printed ridiculous amounts of money to finance COVID lockdowns, over $10 trillion worldwide, and then they use that money to buy bonds, primarily government bonds. The problem is bonds go down when interest rates go up. So now, after the most savage round of worldwide rate hikes in 50 years, they are losing money hand over fist on their mountain of bonds. Here in America, it's the same story with much bigger numbers. At the moment, the Fed is in fact bankrupt by a full $1 trillion and rising every month. Interestingly, the Fed will not have to do the walk of shame because of a very cute accounting gimmick where the Fed gets to redefine losses as, wait for it, deferred assets. They can do this because they make up their own accounting rules. And if you're curious what logic lies beneath, normally the Fed pays most of its profits to Congress, effectively commissions paid to Congress for the right to print money. So think of them as licensing fees for a licensed counterfeiter over at the Fed. Pre-COVID, those remittances were about $80 billion a year paid to the Treasury, meaning the real budget deficit was actually bigger. It was being offset by the counterfeiting fees. So now that the Fed has gone and lost a ton of money, it simply books the loss as $1 trillion. It doesn't have to pay Congress. Presto, $1 trillion of debt becomes a deferred asset. Don't try that with your bank. For a comparison, Silicon Valley Bank went under with perhaps $20 billion in net debt, nowhere near $1 trillion. And that's because regular banks don't get to rewrite accounting rules. They have to use the old-fashioned way of bribing Congress, and apparently Silicon Valley did not bribe enough. So what is next? Brought to you by Unchained. I mentioned in recent videos how inflation is rising again, so rates will stay up, meaning the central bank holes will get bigger and bigger. That is going to lead to more central bank bailouts and blowing out government deficits from Europe to Japan to yet more irresponsible poor countries. As for the US, the Fed will be docking those annual remittances for decades to come, actually for the rest of our lives at the pace they're currently going, meaning yet more trillions in deficit on top of a national debt that is looking more comical by the day. Okay, we'll be watching.
So there you have it, man. So you see how the Fed makes its own rules. Okay, so their plan is to crash the dollar, man, and bring in this technocracy where everything is digital. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got this Fed Now service, you know, the CBDC that they want to do, you know, is the Fed Now service for placing cash. Yes, it's going to replace cash, and then they're going to eventually come out with the MOTB, okay, which is states in Revelations 13 that they're going to place under your skin, man. It's the charagma. It's the charagma. You know what I'm saying? So these people make their own rules. So when they start doing stuff like this, where you know you can't do no you know, cash payments or whatever the fuck this dude was trying to do, you know, it's going to become the norm. Okay, they're trying to make this become the norm. It's gradually going to happen. The next time he come to the bank, I bet he don't try to do what he did. He's going to fall right in line. You know, this is Daniel's 8:25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. So through their policy, they cause craft to prosper because they're getting rid of you know, physical and going to digital. Okay, and they've been planning this for a long time. He shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Okay, just like it says in the scriptures, when they say peace and safety, sudden destruction cometh upon them. Let me get that. They're going to say this is for your benefit, and this is for the betterment of society, but it's really to make everybody a slave. Okay, and they want to track everything you do. They're trying to magnify themselves. They're trying to become a god. Okay, because Yahawah controls everything on earth, down to the germ, down to the biggest animal. You know what I'm saying? When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. They shall not escape. So a lot of people is not going to escape. You know what I'm saying? What Esau Edom is trying to do. You know, but the only people that's going to escape it is the elect, and the only people that's not going to bow down to this beast system is the elect. That's why I say before all my videos, all these videos are for the elect, because they are the only ones that's going to take heed. They are the only ones that's going to prepare, going to repent, turn back to the Lord, get the wisdom and knowledge so they can be stable in the times to come. You know what I'm saying? It says there's more and more of these videos coming out. And are banks testing the waters to see how many people will react to no longer accepting cash? The central bank digital currency is next. And if you got eyes to see, then you already know what's coming. Gradualism. This is just gradualism, a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change. or revolution. So going back to Daniel's 8, okay? And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, okay? Through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper. Let's get this word for craft. You know, it's treachery, debauchery. You know what I'm saying? Just devil, the devil being a devil, man. Okay? Craft, okay? Deceit, treachery. So this is what he's doing right now because he's trying to get everybody used to just paying with their hand. You know, he got the Amazon One payment system. He got you can't do payments with cash no more at the bank. Okay, all these banks are going bankrupt while they're doing this at the same time. So obviously it's some nefarious shit going on. It says, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. So they're going to be destroyed, man. We just got to give it time. You know, Yahawashi is going to let them get to a certain point, but there's going to be a point where they can't pass. Okay. And we know what that certain point they're going to get up to, because in Revelations 13, they get all the way to the MOTB. So they're going to get all the way there, man. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, that has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So there's a day, an hour, a minute, a second that they will no longer be able to do what they're doing. But Yahawashi is letting this happen for the coming of his son, man. Okay. Isaiah 10:1, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees. This dude said he drove 130 miles, I think, to get here, which is wild. Or he probably went to go see his mother, and his mother gave him that shit to go do that. And he couldn't. So, you know, like it says, man, unrighteous decrees. And that right grievousness which they had prescribed. This is Revelations 11:4. It says, but what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved myself 7,000 men who would not bow the knee to the image of Baal. So you got people on the earth today that's not going to bow down to this technocracy system. Okay, they're going to hold the line. They're going to draw a line in the sand, and they will not take the MOTB. Okay, they will not wander after the beast like a lot of these people are going to do. You know, because you see people recording this dude, right? And then you see this Moabite family or Ammonite looking at him, probably thinking he crazy. This is what's going to happen to the people that don't bow down to the knee to Baal, man. Don't bow the knee to the beast system. You know, 144 right there. Bling blow. Exodus 20:5, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahawashi, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, upon the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So there's people that's not going to bow down to this, man. It's not going to bow down to the beast system. So this is Revelations 13:3. And I saw one of the heads that was as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. So there's going to be people that's going to, you know, not that's going to bow down, man. It just is what it is. You know, going down to Revelations 13 and 16, and cause a fall both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, saith he that had to mark the name of the beast or the number of his name. So this is the point that they're going to be able to come to. But after this, no more. They're going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So the mark of the BEAST is linked to buying and selling. Now, they already ran a trial with this during the lockdown. Okay. In certain areas of the United States, you couldn't go to restaurants or you couldn't go to movie theaters without having a certificate saying that you got the poke. Okay. That was the test run for when they really when they really start doing this. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. They was getting all the data they needed to figure out how to make the beast system run more thoroughly, and get the people that ain't gonna bow down how to remove them from society more effectively. That's through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Here go a thing right here I made. You know, the WEF came out with this February 22. And if you look at, you know, their plans, because they already put their plans in your face. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. But if you look at the future, it says next level of data intermediaries embedded in body, digital ID, embedded in body, devices, homes, cities, etc. So this is like it says, a fundamental level of ID proofing. So they want to put that MOTB in your person, man. Okay, and it's right here. Okay, that FRID chip. Okay, it talks about in Revelations 13. It says it goes in your hand and it goes in your head. Okay, Elon Musk is working on the one in your head, that Neuralink. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. Can't be refuted. This is Ezekiel 22 and 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. You know, this dude right here, he was vexed, you know, because he go into a bank and he can't do what he do. And this is what these people are going to try to do. They're going to try to vex people into bowing down to the beast, because they're going to take the food, the water, you know what I'm saying, your social life away. And the only way to get back into those things is going to be with the MOTB. But they have to shut down the system first and rebuild it anew. Point blank period, man. Okay? Let me get this word for vex real quick. Vex. To oppress, suppress, treat violently, maltreat, vex, do wrong. Okay? This is what they're doing. This is Proverbs 28 and 15. As a roaring lion and as a raging bear, so the wicked ruler. So is a wicked ruler over the poor people. You know, we're the poor right now. You know what I'm saying? And they're vexing us with all these unrighteous decrees and these policies. Okay, through his policy, which he causes craft to prosper. Okay, and it's going to be real hard out here. Okay, in the future. Okay, to the people who didn't bow down. And it is what it is. YAHAWASHI Messiah never told us it was going to be easy, and it's going to show your faith. Are you going to rely on these people? Are you going to join the B system? Or are you just going to rely on your faith that you have in YAHAWASHI Messiah, that he will feed you, clothe you, do everything, give you all the necessities you need to live? We'll see. We'll see, because everybody's going to be tested. Everybody's going to be tested. Revelations 3 and 10. This is because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Okay, there's going to be a temptation to come where you're going to be like, you know, should I take this? You know, I'm struggling right now. But it's which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the world. So it's to try you. Behold, I come quickly. Hold thou fast to which thou hast, that no man take that crown. See, you already got the crown. Don't let the devil take it from you. Point blank period. Psalms 10, a prayer for the overthrow of the wicked. Why standest thou afar off, O YAHAWASHI Messiah? Why hidest thou self in the times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. And they are. Okay, because YAHAWASHI Messiah gave them nukes. That's the device he gave them. And they're going to destroy this world with it. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desires. His heart's desire is to become a god. His heart's desire is to control every aspect of life. And blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through his pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. And the Jewish man, the so-called white man, God is not in all his thoughts, because he's persecuting the Israelites. He's persecuting the world. He's doing everything he's doing right now. Okay? His ways are always grievous. His ways are always grievous. Okay? His ways are always grievous. This dude was vexed because the ways of the wicked, pushing down these policies. That judgments are far above out of his sight, for all his enemies he puffeth at them. He said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And this is what the devil thinks. This is what the so-called white man thinks. He doesn't think he's going to fall at all. This is why he's doing a great reset. YAHAWASHI already gave him, Alexander, and they had Greece. He already gave him the Roman Empire and the American, NATO, and the EU Empire. And he still is not satisfied. This is why he has to be put down, man. And he is eventually going to be put down by YAHAWASHI, who this world calls Jesus. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit, and fraud under his tongue is mischief and vanity. That's all that these people are about, man. So moving on to this, this soldier right here crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? He says illegal immigrants are receiving free accommodations and health care while our veterans are suffering like this. And YAHAWASHI hates. You know what I'm saying? Let me just read it. And then I'm going to, in this video, this is Sirach 26 and 28. There are two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, and the men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepareth such one for the sword. Okay, and what do YAHAWASHI say? Those who live by the sword shall die by the sword. The sword is ruling right now. Esau Edom is ruling right now, so he's going to be put down by his own sword, man. And then YAHAWASHI is going to come clean him up. So let's play this video. Before I play this video, YAHAWASHI said, gird up thy loins. This is Job 38 and 3. Gird up thy loins like a man, for I demand of thee, and answer thou me. Okay, so this dude's crying on social media, but it's still at the end of the day, it's one of these American soldiers. Okay, he is suffering, and this is why these Gen Zers are not going to want to get drafted. Okay, they'd rather go to jail. Okay, because they see how you treat your soldiers. So let me play this video first, and then I'll get that video.
Even saying, hey, we'd rather go to prison for 5 years, get free food, have our clothing taken care of, rather than being shot at in a war zone. Watch this Gen Zer.
So 5 years of rent-free living, free food, and no responsibilities versus being immediately obliterated by an AK-47 the moment I set foot on that battlefield. Do I look like somebody who the authorities are going to be...
Esau Edom is done, bro. These American Edomites are done.
Chasing after, hunting down, because they need me. They need me to grab an assault weapon and go try to save people's lives. Are you kidding me? Talk about a liability. Go find those people who are so pro Second Amendment and wear freaking American flag thongs and all that. Go find them. They have a concealed carry anyway. They know what they're doing. They've done their classes. You don't want me fighting for this country. I promise you that. And you know it's true.
Okay, those people who are pro Second Amendment and wear MAGA hats didn't vote for Joe Biden.
So this is why they don't want to join the army, man. Let's play what this dude is doing.
And he didn't expect that.
7 times over the course of the last 6 years, dude. The VA has continued to let me down. I just want some continuity of care with mental health providers. These doctors keep quitting, they keep switching. And then the one doctor that I really liked, who talked me off a ledge the last time, refused. I had a split because they fell in a network, and then they came back in a network, so I went the last 2 years dealing with my own demons myself and trying to hold it together. And then come to find out, it's like May, it's like late May, and he denied taking my case back. April 12th, and I'm just finding out, dude. And now I gotta go back to some new doctor, and then I gotta open Pandora's box again because they're gonna want to know everything, and then I'm gonna have to live through working through that for a month. I just want some continuity of care, dude. I'm fucking so tired of it. I just want to be able to talk to the same person and have the same individual manage my goddamn meds. I've been off all my medications for 2 years. I've been doing it on my own, man. I'm just white knuckling. I'm gripping. Jesus, I'm so tired of it. It's not a lot to ask. I just want to be able to talk to the same person and not continue to have to retell these fucking stories that torment me. I fucking get it now. I really do. I just want some continuity of fucking care.
Government failed this veteran and he didn't expect that.
Well, there you have it, man. Like I said, man, gird up thy loins. You know, YAHAWASHI, you on earth, man, so you got to fight. It just is what it is. You know, it doesn't matter what fight YAHAWASHI puts you through, but you got to gird up your loins. But, you know, this is how America treats its soldiers, man. You know what I'm saying? They disregard them. So this is why these people ain't going to want to fight, you know, in World War III, you know. This is Jeremiah 51:30 talking about America. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. And, you know, this is what this dude's saying. He ain't trying to fight. They have remained in their hosts. Their might have failed. They become as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. So, you know, we at the end, double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS who taught me this truth and call Allah YAHAWASHI Kakadash.